First of all, let's say the U.S. dollar has lost 85% of its value since the 70s. And when the dollar decoupled from gold, and the government seems bent on continuing that tradition. From now until after the election, the government can print as much money as they want. The last time they did that, inflation went up 9%. Gold is the one asset that is proven to withstand inflation. It's a biblical currency, 5,000 years. You can invest in gold with noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. And if you will also get this 24 karat, 1/4 of an ounce gold standard coin for free. A 24 karat, 1/4 of an ounce gold standard coin they will send you for free. Simply go to noblegoldinvestment.com now. Noblegoldinvestments.com. Go there now. The only gold company that we can trust. Guys, set up a gold IRA. Find out all about it at noblegoldinvestment.com.
The extent of damage and vandalism resulting from nearly a week of nightly riots in France has been shockingly revealed in a comprehensive summary of recorded incidents. Thousands of vehicles and buildings have been affected. According to the Ministry of the Interior, the riots, which were sparked by the fatal shooting of a teenager of Algerian heritage by a police officer during a traffic stop in a Paris suburb, have resulted in 5,662 vehicle fires to date. The destruction of vehicles, as evident from images captured in the affected areas of France, includes not only private cars, but also trucks, buses, and even trams that have been targeted by vandals, Breitbart News reported. There have been reports of looters stealing a large truck to forcefully gain entry to a mall by ramming its doors. On Thursday night alone, there were 1,919 vehicle fires. However, the damage extends beyond burnt-out vehicles. According to government figures, over 1,000 buildings have been damaged in the riots. This includes attacks on 254 police stations, along with numerous town halls, schools, post offices, and private commercial properties that have been either set on fire or subjected to looting. Initially, the government's response to the violence last week was perceived as slow. However, it gradually started to gain control over the situation by significantly increasing the deployment of police officers from 7,000 to 45,000 per night. According to reports, the number of arrests and recorded damage has decreased over the weekend. From Sunday to Monday morning, there were 157 arrests, compared to 1,311 from Friday to Saturday. In total, there have been 2,354 arrests thus far. The average age of those arrested is reported to be 17 years old, and 60% of them have no previous criminal record, as indicated by La Parisienne. The riots have resulted in 722 injuries among police officers, although the number of severe injuries is relatively low. As part of ongoing efforts by the Biden administration to improve U.S.-China relations, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is scheduled to travel to Beijing on Thursday. This is according to a senior Treasury official. Yellen has consistently expressed her opposition to the idea of an economic decoupling from China, describing it as, quote, disastrous. Over the past year, she has frequently expressed her desire to visit China, emphasizing the importance of the two nations finding a way to coexist despite their strained relationship concerning geopolitics and economic development. During her visit, Yellen will engage in meetings with Chinese officials, U.S. companies operating in China, and the Chinese public, the Associated Press has reported. She will be in Beijing until July 9th, as disclosed by the official, who spoke anonymously to provide trip details. The main objective of the visit is to enhance and strengthen communication between the United States and China, with the official noting that while there may be areas of shared interest where progress could be made, There are also significant disagreements that cannot be resolved in a single trip. In a significant breakthrough, astronomers have witnessed a remarkable phenomenon in the distant universe, providing the first observation of a strange effect predicted by Einstein over a century ago. The scientists have observed that events in the early cosmos appear to unfold in slow motion, a consequence of the expansion of the universe stretching time. During their study, the researchers discovered that when the universe was just 1 billion years old, events seemed to occur about 5 times slower compared to the present era, The Guardian reported. This time dilation effect was described by Geraint Lewis, the lead author of the study and a professor of astrophysics at the University of Sydney, and it was akin to watching a movie with the playback speed reduced. According to Einstein's theory of general relativity, ancient cosmic events should unfold more slowly than modern ones due to the expansion of the universe, as expounded upon in his seminal work on gravity published in 1915. The expansion of the universe causes light to stretch as it travels through space, resulting in longer wavelengths. This redshift effect causes ancient galaxies to appear redder than they actually are. However, time itself is also stretched. For instance, if a distant object emits a flash every second, the expansion of the universe ensures that more than 1 second passes between each flash by the time it reaches Earth. While astronomers have previously observed stars exploding in slow motion, with the flash and fade occurring at roughly half the normal speed when the universe was half its present age, previous attempts to detect time dilation in the very early cosmos by studying highly luminous and distant galaxies known as quasars had been unsuccessful. Lewis and his colleagues, Dr. Brendan Brewer from the University of Auckland, conducted detailed statistical analysis on 190 quasars, observed over a span of 2 decades as reported by The Guardian. Contrary to earlier studies, they found compelling evidence that cosmic events did indeed unfold much slower in the early universe. The key to their success, as described in Nature Astronomy, was identifying the equivalent of a clock's tick within the quasar's complex and irregular light patterns.